different setting, as you can see behind me. I'm in a loaner truck today. Had to take my W9 for kingpins, and apparently when they did the kingpins, which was at the dealership that I bought it at, what I was told is they used the wrong size. They were too loose, so they started moving in there, and it damaged the spindle and knuckle assembly. So I got to get 2 new of those, which are not cheap. I think the whole job is like $4,200, including alignment afterwards and everything else, which, you know, I'm pissed, but I mean, it is what it is. The load's got to get done, so I was able to grab one of AGA's trucks and do the load with that. I'm over here getting loaded in Detroit, and then I'm gonna head out here soon. Hopefully, it looks like they're just about loaded anyway, but got a 2016 Freightliner Cascadia. It's a Detroit DD13 paired with a 12-speed automatic. Sorry guys. My eyes got water and everything. Jesus Christ. Yeah, 12-speed automatic. There we go. I was able to get it out. We'll see how she does. This load's pretty heavy. It'll be I guess interesting to see what the differences are going to be between this truck and the W9, and what, you know, horsepower rating the truck is at now. So obviously there's going to be a big difference, but you know, maybe I'm surprised. Maybe it won't be that big a difference. This truck is also a Canadian truck, and it's still locked at 65 miles an hour, so I will be hogging the right lane like usual. I mean, I still do that although my truck is unlocked, but with my truck being unlocked, it's nice to, you know, if I need to pass somebody, just get on it, pass them, and, you know, slow down again and do my thing. But I don't know, I figure since I'm doing this, you know, it'd be a good opportunity to, I don't know, maybe make a little bit of review or one of these trucks, and we'll see how it is. Got a green light. Let me pull out of here and adjust the tandems and flip the camera around, and off we go. Alright guys, here we go. What do I think about the truck so far? Jesus Christ, it's quiet. It's really, really quiet. I drove a Volvo before with a D13 and an iShift, and you know, that truck was quiet, but this engine is even quieter. Have the window on the other side open, and I can barely hear anything. I mean, I can still hear the turbo spool a little bit, but that's about it. And it's really, really windy out here today. It's actually under a high wind advisory, so it's going to be a fun drive. But I mean, it's got, you know, it's got power, it's got torque, but compared to the classic or the W9, especially the W9, there's just no comparison really. I do like the transmission, man. It's as bad as it is to say, you guys, you know, and I know I make jokes and, you know, oh my god, I'm gonna throw up and all this other bullshit. They're good trucks, man. You know, at least this transmission and the iShift that I've tried, I honest to God can't say anything bad about them. You know, they downshift when they need to, they upshift when they need to, they skip gears when they need to, so they don't have to go, you know, one by one. I've driven an old Eaton Fuller automatic before, a 13-speed, and that seemed like it went through every single gear, no matter if I was bobtail or, you know, empty or heavily loaded. Didn't like it at all, actually. Where the I-shift was like the first true automatic transmission that I've tried in a semi-truck, that was, honest to God, it was eye-opening to me. It changed my perspective. You know, I still, don't get me wrong, prefer a manual over an automatic, just the driving, you know, experience of it all. And I prefer an older truck to the newer ones. But these things, Jesus Christ, they're quiet, they're comfortable. The automatic transmission works great. Yeah, the power is not all that great, but I think you can get these all the way to like a 500 horsepower with an automatic, and that's plenty. You know, could it be a little bit more fun if it was more than that? Absolutely it would be, but honest to God, it's still plenty. This particular truck, what I don't like about is, and it's just this particular truck with the gearing that it has on it, and I'm sure it's because it is a Canadian truck, so if you look at the speedometer is actually the K's, the kilometers are the bigger number, and the miles an hour are the smaller number. And it's blocked at 65, which I believe, and if any of you guys know this for a fact, correct me if I'm wrong, please, but I believe that in Ontario, Canada, trucks have to be governed at 65 miles an hour per their DOT. How true that is, again, I don't know. I know there was something in the news a while ago where they were fighting that mandate for US trucks, so trucks that were registered in the United States that were going to Canada, they wanted them to be locked at 65 as well, which doesn't make sense to me, because the speed limit in the US, it's anywhere from 55 all the way to 80, 85, I believe, 80, at least 80, you know, that I remember going through like the west side of Texas, going to El Paso and all that stuff. So, but anyway, so the gearing that this thing has, at 65 miles an hour, the RPM sits at 1450, which is, I think, pretty close to 1500. And I believe they probably picked that gearing simply because they knew the truck was going to be locked at 65. And thank God I didn't do anything to the windshield there. It was a walnut of some sort. And because they knew it was locked, it's going to be, you know, governed at 65. What did they need a different gear rating, gear ratio for? I personally, so, you know, just kind of seeing where the transmission likes to shift, which is about 1350, and then it goes down to about 1100. And it seems like that's where the torque band is. I figured maybe a little bit of a different gear ratio, like a lower number gear ratio, would probably give it a little bit better cruising RPM, and maybe a little bit better fuel economy as a result of that. I think I could be dead wrong. If any of you guys are driving one of these and you know what, you know, ratio is best, honest to God, man, you know, leave it in the comments below. If at any point I do try to get back into, you know, the trucking business, where I would, you know, buy trucks to put drivers in, I probably will most likely get these newer trucks. As much as it pains me and as much as I don't like them, what I've noticed, at least, you know, with the people that I know that have trucks and have companies, you know, company drivers, even the guys that have been in this business for a while and know how to drive out, you know, manuals, I'm sorry, if they're going to be a company driver, they'd rather, you know, take an automatic transmission truck. They prefer an automatic. How true that is, I don't know, whether that's, you know, nationwide, but I believe the people that are telling me that. I have no reason not to. And it's pretty easy to see in their truck selection. You know, just about all their trucks are automatics and not manuals. So it's just one of those things where I guess to put drivers in, it'll be a lot easier to just get automatics. I know a lot of drivers, they get their licenses with an automatic, so they go test with an automatic, and they have an endorsement on their CDL, which states that they can only drive an automatic. If you test out with a manual, then you can drive both. But so that's obviously going to be my number one pick when I get, if I decide to get more trucks to put drivers in. Obviously the number one pick is going to be automatic transmissions, and then if not, 10 speeds. I think they're a little bit easier to deal with than 13 speed with a splitter. It flusters some drivers, but it just honestly, it's just for ease of hiring people, not just for ease of driving. Honestly, like I said, I would rather get a manual, but even on a manual, once you get on the freeway, on your top gear, whether it be 13th or 18th gear, then you're just cruising at that point. So it's not like you're shifting a whole lot, but I did drive this truck from Lansing to Detroit to do the pickup. As windy as it is today, honest to God, I'm surprised. I'm really, really surprised how quiet this thing is, how smooth the engine is, and how smooth the gear shifts are. It's honestly, it's really, really good. So this was the first little hill here, guys, and at full throttle, it still lost a little bit of speed up towards the top there, so about 3 miles an hour. As the hill gets a little bit progressively steeper, which is not that steep, but just to have some kind of, I guess, to compare it to. So if that would have continued on for more, I don't think it would have maintained that speed. I think it would have dropped even more speed, probably down to about 55 miles an hour or so for that particular percentage of grade, which is not much, probably 4 or 5%, something like that. Maybe not even that. But still not bad, honestly, still not bad. I'm impressed, really am. There's no gear stick there. I'm trying to see if the transmission is in neutral. Been all day today when I have to slow down and I see the RPM drop, and I gotta pass somebody. I'm my hand automatically tries to go in to grab the shifter so I can downshift, but ain't nothing there. onto the freeway here from the rest area, and this is really not an incline at all. It's maybe 2-3%, if that. Then over there by the bridge, it starts going up just a little bit, but I mean, it's still struggling to get up to speed. So that 455 horse feels like 300 donkeys. Not that there's anything against donkeys. Kind of the final thoughts here. Damn, I'm impressed. Like I said earlier in the video, engine runs really smoothly. It's very quiet. Transmission shifts like that, really smooth as well. As much as I'd hate to admit it, it's done right. Longevity wise, I have no idea. I don't know what to tell you guys. I don't know what kind of issues they have or what they don't have. I don't have experience with them. If I had one for a long time, then I could tell you at least my experiences. But even if you hear one experience, doesn't mean that that's going to be the end all be all. It's just one guy's experience. I mean, this thing's got 761,000 miles. It drives really nice, man. It's like I said, it's really smooth. Cab's very quiet. Unlike the older Freightliners where everything kind of starts shaking. The cabinets do make a little bit of noise, like when you go under heavy bumps, but you know, it's nothing like the Classic or like the FLDs or even like the Centuries, the Columbias, the Coronados. People are gonna hate, on me on this, but it's a freaking Century. All it is just a longer wheelbase and a different hood. As I told you guys at the beginning of the video, when I loaded in the morning, turning radius, oh my god. I felt like I was driving a little car, not even a day cab. Very nice. It turns on a dime. It's so maneuverable to back into tight docks and tight spaces. It's unbelievable. Dare I say, even the Volvo that I drove wasn't as good as this as far as the turn radius was concerned. But that was a while ago, so I can't remember exactly 100%. Wow. I turned the same way there that I turned with the Classic. And with the Classic, I can just clip the left lane where it stops for the center lane for the opposite traffic to turn. Where this thing, the way I turned and I turned where I turned the other one, I went directly in the right lane. I didn't even touch nothing. Baby. hate sliding the tandems on the automatic though. I can sort of control it better and balance it better with the clutch. This one here is an easy dock to get into. It's pretty much straight back. I want to step on the clutch. Oh. Anyway, guys, as always, thank you so much for your support. Thank you, honestly, thank you so much. The last few videos have been doing, great, and you guys have been supporting and commenting and everything else. So thank you so much. If you're new to the channel and you like what you see, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, so you're notified when there's no video coming up. And smash the thumbs up or thumbs down with whatever you guys feel like the video does it for you. If you like it, you like it. You don't, you don't. Honestly. I want that feedback. Anyway, we'll see you guys on the next one.